The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Socrates. The Ring of Truth: How the Mind Battles Between What We Believe and What We Know. There is a silent conflict happening inside every human mind, a lifelong struggle between what we believe and what we can actually know. Most people go through life unaware this battle exists, unaware of how often their own beliefs dictate their version of reality. Yet the gap between belief and knowledge is the gap between illusion and understanding. To understand this conflict, we must first redefine the concepts we take for granted. Knowledge is not simply information. It is not memory or familiarity. Knowledge is the rare combination of truth, justification, and clarity, something we can trace, verify, and defend. When we say we know something, what we should mean is that our claim reflects the real world, not our imagination or assumptions. Belief, however, is different. Belief is personal. Belief grows from emotion, upbringing, repetition, culture, intuition, and sometimes nothing more than convenience. A belief may feel true, it may comfort us, it may even guide our lives. Yet none of that makes it real. Belief does not require evidence. Knowledge does. And this difference is where most of our thinking breaks down. Truth sits outside both. It is objective, indifferent, and often inconvenient. It exists beyond our preferences, fears, and expectations. Truth does not change because society changes. It does not bend because we want it to. It does not care if we learned wrongly, remembered poorly, or assumed confidently. Truth simply is. Still, many people mistake belief for knowledge because they never examine where their certainty comes from. They accept ideas not because they are valid, but because they are familiar. Psychologists call this the illusion of explained reality, the feeling that we understand more than we actually do. This illusion shapes the way we justify our beliefs. In 1877, philosopher Charles Sanders Peirce proposed that humans rely on four main methods to form beliefs: tenacity, authority, a priori reasoning, and the scientific method. Tenacity is the most primitive of the four. It is the act of clinging to an idea simply because letting go would be uncomfortable. We do not keep these beliefs because they are true. We keep them because they feel safe. This is the birthplace of superstition, denial, and stubborn certainty. Authority is the second method. Throughout history, societies have relied on leaders, teachers, elders, experts, and institutions to define truth for them. But authority is fragile. It can be manipulated, misunderstood, or blindly trusted. In the modern era, anyone with a confident tone, a well-lit camera, or a large following can present themselves as an expert. Authority fails when credibility is assumed rather than earned. A priori reasoning is the belief that something is true simply because it appears logical. But human logic is imperfect. What seems reasonable is often shaped by personal bias or incomplete information. The mind can easily confuse feels right with is right. Only the scientific method separates belief from knowledge. It demands repeatable evidence, measured observation, and critical evaluation. It requires us to question even our own conclusions. It disciplines the mind to test assumptions instead of accepting them. Science is not a collection of answers. It is a process that prevents us from fooling ourselves. To reveal how often we mistake belief for knowledge, imagine examining your own convictions. Choose 5 things you believe to be true, then interrogate them. Can the idea be observed? Can it be measured? Can it be independently verified? Can you trace its origin to a reliable source? Or did it come from habit, authority, assumption, or emotional comfort? Beliefs like ghosts exist collapse under scrutiny because they cannot be verified. Moral claims such as it is wrong to cheat or steal, though essential to society, also fail the test because they cannot be proven scientifically. They exist in the realm of ethics, not objective truth. Historical claims must be traced to evidence. Many people accept them purely because they were taught them. But knowledge is not inherited. It must be justified. Eventually, after removing the unobservable, the moral, the assumed, and the unverified, very few beliefs survive. What remains are truths you can demonstrate, such as sugar dissolving in water, Not because someone told you, but because you can observe it consistently with your own senses. The exercise feels uncomfortable because it exposes how much of our knowledge is borrowed. It reveals how often we trust the familiar instead of the factual. Yet discomfort is the beginning of intellectual honesty. It is the moment the mind stops protecting its illusions and starts pursuing reality. This is the essence of critical thinking, the discipline of constantly questioning what we accept as true. Not to create doubt, but to create clarity. Not to weaken belief, but to refine it. Every challenge you place upon your assumptions strengthens your ability to distinguish truth from noise. And this distinction matters, because the world is filled with distractions, biases, and narratives designed to influence what we think. Without critical thinking, we internalize misinformation without noticing. We mistake confidence for accuracy. We trust opinions that sound intelligent but lack evidence. We mistake repetition for truth. To think clearly in a world full of noise, we must learn to separate belief from knowledge, assumptions from evidence, intuition from verification. This is not a one-time act. It is a lifelong practice. The journey does not end with identifying truth. The next step is confronting the hidden force that shapes every thought we have: bias. Bias clouds judgment, distorts memory, influences perception, and silently guides decisions without our awareness. Understanding bias is not about removing it. It is about recognizing when it controls the way we think. The fight for truth continues, not in the outside world, but within the architecture of the mind itself. Belief and knowledge will always coexist. The goal is not to eliminate belief, but to ensure that when we claim to know something, we have earned the right to call it knowledge.